nothing can break me.
Hi guys, I'm Emma. Welcome back if you've been here before, and if you're brand new then thank you so much for joining us. I hope that you like to stick around and join us in all of our adventures. You can do that by hitting the little subscribe button, it's just down there. If you do hit the subscribe button then please make sure to turn the notification bell as well, and then you'll be notified every single time that we post. So a little while ago I posted a review of Poor Unfortunate Souls by Serena Valentino, and you guys seem to really enjoy that. And that was the third book in the Villains series, I believe that's what it's called. And I read those books out of order. So I definitely read The Beast Within, and then I read Poor Unfortunate Souls. So I went back and I read Fairest of All. So I want to talk about that one today. This is the first book in the series, and I would recommend that you read them in order. That is because there are some new characters in these books that we don't really know much about yet, and they are in each of the books, and I assume that they'll become more important as the series goes on. It wasn't too confusing to read them out of order because I then knew who these characters were, but it was confusing to read the Ursula book before this one. So, I mean, it's up to you. You do whatever you want, but I would recommend reading them in order. Okay, so the book we're talking about today is Fairest of All, and just look at this cover. So it says Fairest of All just down there. I don't know if you can see it because it's black on black, but then how beautiful is the evil queen? Never thought I'd say that, but yeah, really, really pretty. One thing I really like about these books is not only do they have a really pretty dust cover. I've got the hardback versions. I know that there are paperbacks that I don't think they do this on the paperback, but underneath the dust jacket is the old hag. This is one of my favourite villain drawings ever. Look how horrifying that is. So yeah, that's one of the main things that made me pick these books up. I picked them up in Florida, and I think I picked up this one and the Beast one, and I think I bought the Ursula one when I got home, but I picked them up in 2015, and I was really interested because I hadn't really read a Disney retelling up until that point, and when I saw them and they were so beautiful, and the Beast one obviously has the Beast here and then Prince Adam on the front, I had to pick them up. So let me just quickly tell you what this story's about, and then we'll get into my thoughts about it. I'm just gonna quickly read the blurb from Goodreads. I've just got my Goodreads here. So the tale of the young princess and her evil stepmother, the Wicked Queen, is widely known. Despite a few variations from telling to telling, the story remains the same. The queen was jealous of the girl's beauty. This jealousy culminated in the queen's attempt on the sweet naive girl's life. Another tale, far less often spoke of, is the one that explains what caused the queen to become so vile. Still, some have attempted to guess at the reason. Perhaps the queen's true nature was that of a wicked hag, and her beautiful regal appearance a disguise used to fool the king. Others claim that the queen might have hated the girl for her resemblance to the queen's first wife. Mostly the queen is painted as a woman who never loved another being during the course of her miserable life. In fact, these theories about exactly what caused the queen's obsessive vanity and jealousy and rage are too numerous to catalogue. This book recounts a version of the story that has remained untold until now. It is a tragic tale of love and loss, and it contains a bit of magic. It is the tale of the Wicked Queen. Now tell me that isn't the most exciting thing you've ever heard. Like, we don't ever learn the Wicked Queen's name, which is pretty sad. I would have liked to have known her name, like her real name, not like Evil Queen, Wicked Queen, Old Hag. But yeah, through the book it just calls her Queen, which is, it's fun, but I would have liked her to have like a real name. What I really liked about this book is that in the very beginning of the story, and most of the way through to be honest, the queen is really likeable. She's nice, she's humble, she doesn't think she's beautiful. She married the king because the king pursued her, and she loved him, and she loved Snow White, and the way she talks about Snow White in the book, you can like really feel how loved Snow White is. She spoke really fondly of Snow White's mother. There was pictures up in the palace of Snow White's mum, and the queen says how beautiful she is, and she takes Snow White to do all of these things to remind her of her mum, like go and cut flowers, and like to pick her mum's favourite flowers to put on her graveside and things like that. So the queen is like super nice, Like, she's really likable in the beginning of the book, and we meet a new character called Verona. That is the Queen's assistant, like helper lady, like in the olden days when they ran baths for them and helped them get dressed and stuff like that. That's what Verona did, and she's quite a main character in this book, so it's always nice to get some new characters. Yeah, but she's really nice, and it's nice to feel out the friendship between the Queen and Verona. And the king as well, he's in it a little. You don't get much of the king, and Snow White is obviously in the book as well, but it's not really about Snow White. This whole story is obviously about the Queen. So we find out what happened to the Queen to make her go bad when good queens go bad. And it's quite unexpected, and the story is quite a lot darker than I would have thought it would be for a book that they sold in Disney World. It's cool that they gave you that aspect, and that it was kind of surprising because I always just thought she was evil and that is it. And like the blurb said, you know, everybody kind of just assumes that she's evil, or she was super jealous or super vain, and that's what happened, but not necessarily. So I gave this book 4 out of 5 stars on Goodreads. I really enjoyed it. It is, how many pages? Okay, the hardback version is 250 pages, but the writing, I've picked a chunky page, but the writing is pretty chunky. And then if you look at like the chapter pages, so like there's a new chapter like every 10 pages or so, and they're like this. So it didn't take me very long to read at all. It took maybe like a day and a half. Sped through it, really enjoyed it. I really wasn't expecting to enjoy this one because the Evil Queen isn't one of my favourite villains. She just isn't really that bad, and I like Scar, and I like Dr. Facilier. I'm not really like a Evil Queen kind of girl, but I did enjoy this one quite a lot. I found the writing really speedy. It helped kind of whisk me through the book really nicely. There's 3 sisters in the book that have been introduced. I was talking about them earlier, about the characters that flow throughout the series, and they are obviously new characters because this is a first book in the series, and they're pretty important, and I would say that they are pretty evil. In the other books they don't come across as so evil, which is why I think you need to read this one first, because there may be things they're saying would come across as more sinister. But yeah, they're fun characters. Fun is the wrong word. They're characters anyway, definitely characters. I really enjoyed it. It made me want to watch Snow White again, which is great. So the next one in the series for me is the Maleficent one. I'm not sure what that's called. Let me just look. Okay, so there are actually 8 books in the series. So I've read the first 3. I've read this one, The Beast Within, and Poor Unfortunate Souls. I'll leave a link to that review up the top because you might want to watch it. The next one is Mistress of All Evil. I'm also not looking forward to that one. I think maybe because there's been so many Sleeping Beauty retellings and we've got Maleficent, I don't really know what they can do with that one, but we'll see. Then Mother Knows Best, which is Mother Gothel, which I'm super excited about. That one's going to be really cool because we don't really know much about Mother Gothel. Like, she's in Rapunzel and that's it. The Odd Sisters, which are the 3 sisters that are in the beginning series, so there's a book about them. There's the Evil Queen, no, the Evil Thing, which is Cruella, and then Cold Hearted, which is Cinderella's stepmom. Yeah, so there's 8 or 9 books to come in that series, so hopefully I can get through some of them. I know I've got a couple of them on my shelf to still read, so I'll probably read a few more. But yeah, as far as world building, it's nothing new. It was kind of the world that Snow White already lived in, else that would have been weird. The descriptions in the books are really good. We also get to learn a little bit more about the magic mirror, or mirror, magic mirror, in this story as well, and how that kind of happened, which is really interesting. I found this one really interesting, actually. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars because else, I don't know. I just maybe wasn't feeling quite a 5, but I don't give many things a 5-star. So yeah, let me know if you've read this book or if this is a series that you would like to read. If you have read it, let us know what you think down in the comments below. I hope you've enjoyed this review. If you have, please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, hit the notification bell and subscribe if you're not already, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.